Centre.
Mr. Speaker, Harry Neufeld, who literally wrote the report on the last election, has said the minister's claims about voter fraud are wrong. He said the minister has no evidence to support his wild claims. He said the Supreme Court didn't find any evidence of voter fraud. We want to hear from Mr. Neufeld, so will the government allow Mr. Neufeld to come to committee without any parliamentary tricks, without interfering with the committee to do his work? Can we get an ironclad guarantee Mr. Neufeld will be able to come to committee?
Minister of State for Democratic Reform.
I can't imagine why he wouldn't be called to the committee. I've already said that 3 or 4 times, Mr. Speaker. We're going to keep quoting Mr. Neufeld's report because it contains the facts that obviously support our position that people should have ID when they show up to vote. Now, I disagree with his opinion, but I will continue to accurately cite his facts, like I will right now, related to errors on vouching. Errors that involve a failure to properly administer these procedures are serious. The courts refer to such serious areas as irregularities, which can result in votes being declared invalid. That's serious. Our ID laws should be too.
The honourable member for Ottawa Centre.
Let me get this straight. The top priority for the government is about voter fraud that they don't know about, and they actually have no evidence of, Mr. Speaker. It's quite astonishing. Conservatives are clearly reluctant to actually accept Mr. Neufeld's evidence. Perhaps that's because the government's arguments aren't actually based on fact. It's more about the minister's gut feeling and prejudice. So the question is, will this government actually listen to Mr. Neufeld's evidence and be guided by it? And not with this, citing of could, maybe, or should, but actual evidence of voter fraud, which Mr. Neufeld said there wasn't any. The Supreme Court said there wasn't any. So we're actually supposed to believe just the minister?
The honourable Minister of State.
Speaker, I have not stopped quoting Mr. Neufeld. In fact, I have them right here. Right here on page 64, it says that there were 50,000 irregularities related to vouching in the last election alone. Now, Mr. Speaker, the NDP is losing this debate, so they're playing partisan procedural tricks in committee. We know their next step will be to push out some phony poll to manipulate perceptions of public opinion. The reality is that Canadians believe there should be good voter identification rules to ensure that people vote only once and only in the ridings where they live.